Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a good day. In today's video I'm going to analyze how JsemSteven solo queues in Arena Predator lobbies. JsemSteven is a multiple time Predator, a super nice guy and usually takes the in-game leader role to be successful in the game mode. In today's video I will show 2 games from him where he got big points and he did that by basically carrying his Predator teammates to the win. Make sure to give Steven a follow on his Twitch, I will drop the link in the description below. And without further ado, let's start with the video. Alright, so in the first game he will be playing with Gibraltar, which is an unusual choice, but I think Rodolfo took his Maggie, so Gibraltar it is. It's not a bad legend, but usually better when you're playing with a team. But the comp looks good, and the enemy comp is also really good. You have a Pathfinder, a Maggie and a Bloodhound, which is really nice for Encore, where this match will be taking place. So, starting off with round number 1, Steven playing with Gibraltar is choosing for the Peacekeeper, which of course is a really good gun for Gibraltar with his gun shield. And also because he's on mouse and keyboard in arenas, when you're on mouse and keyboard, it's really nice to have a weapon that is really strong for jigger peeking. So, it's not a bad gun for the first round, he can take a battery with him. And let's just continue. He uses his bubble to secure the materials and also deny any pushes. This is really smart because if the enemy would decide to push here, they would be at a major disadvantage. Really nice shots there.
Popping Phoenix, cover me guys, cover me, I'm popping Phoenix.
Nice callouts for cover because the enemies are desperately trying to swing him since he's weak.
Phoenix, cover me please.
And good cover from his teammates, and he gets the time to pop a Phoenix kit and get back to full health with one enemy knocked.
Here's the bat.
So it's looking really good for the first round.
And here's another bat, take the bat.
He shares his heals, it's also really important, so always when you get the med bin, you should share your batteries, especially in the first round, so your team can get healthy too, maximizing your advantage. I don't know why he goes for the thirst here, it's not really necessary, but yeah, I can understand it. Maybe he wants the gun.
Why you pushed alone?
And his Maggie got a little bit too aggressive, pushed alone, and yeah, suddenly it's a 1v2. It should never happen, of course, but in solo queue things like that definitely happen. I mean, the team play isn't really that well, you don't know each other. And yeah, situations like this are very common. He did get a really nice knock, and now it's a 1v1. And he is a Gibraltar, which is a really strong character for 1v1s. And also, he has the loadout to back it up. That's what he should do. The enemy decides to rest, and he instantly denies it by pushing him. They take a lot of damage, but both are flash now. Gotta love it when the Peacekeeper hits for 2 9s. And he wins the fight. It was pretty close, but still really nice clutch by Steven. So moving up to round number 2. This time it pulls to the other side of Encore. And it chooses the blue Mosam, which of course is really nice in the earlier rounds to save on materials, especially. So you can carry 2 nades, batteries, everything he wants. And let's just see how general position is. As you can see, he's playing middle and his teammates are both playing right. So this is good positioning in my opinion. This denies the enemies to be able to move forward from center and take an off angle. And if he engages in the fight with the Maggie who's playing middle too, and he wins the fight, that's basically a GG for that round. And that's basically what you want to do when you're solo queuing. That is really looking for the first knock. And better get some hurry in it. This was a really good fight by him. The Maggie tried to swing Steven, but he got an angle on the Bloodhound. And the Bloodhound got punished for it. And what Steven did is instantly challenging the Maggie. He really had to do it. If he would have let the Maggie reset and not kill him, he would definitely have lost.
You come here, you come here.
So good decision making by Steven there. And now it's a 2v1.
Come in.
And the Maggie was patiently waiting for Steven. Really good from them. And they basically 2v1'd him together on each other's, holding hands, and easy win that round. So, moving up to round number 3. Both of his teammates are playing on the right side of the zone in the middle. And he is playing left alone. And he bought his ult this round. Let's see what will happen. Usually I like to play 2 on the left and 1 on middle, but this also works.
Give ult to them.
This is his Gibby ult. Unfortunately he gets
Gonna
punished
get
for it quite heavily because he was standing in the open. I kind of like the Gibby ult in arenas, it's not that effective. Bangalore's ult is probably better because Gibby ult will rarely do damage in arenas. It's way better used to move people out of their positioning and capitalize on that. And it can be used pretty effective for that actually. What kind of happened here is, since Steven took so much damage, they pushed up, they took their space. Bloodhound also got hit for a lot and that engaged them to full ape Steven and his team. And they lost this round unfortunately. Well, with that rough round, let's move on to round number 4. He's still ahead by 1 round, so if he wins this round, that's a GG for this game. Let's see what will happen. Everyone is playing on right side now. And as you can see, what happens, the Maggie from their team got out-angled from middle by the Maggie, I think. Yeah, by the Maggie. That's kind of what happens where you have nobody on middle. If one enemy decides to play middle, they have so many angles to play with. And if you're not covering that, they basically just have 3 shots on you. And because the Maggie got down so quickly, yeah, all the enemy had to do is just double ape them. And that was a GG this round, really quickly, unfortunately. So moving up to round number 5. Enemy team must feel pretty confident now, taking back 2 rounds and making it equal again. And let's just see how Steven will take it that. As you can see, Pathfinder of the enemy team is doing his job, playing middle on the head pitch at the medical bin. And Steven got beams quite hard. What's so good about playing that bin as a Pathfinder is, 1, you can get there before everyone else. You have a head glitch, you have the heals, and you have a lot of angles, and you're denying a lot of space for the enemy team. So that's just like kind of a place you should always play. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but in general, that's the place you want to play if you're Pathfinder.
Nice.
Really nice knock there by the teammate. Nice focus. Unfortunately, Maggie got knocked, but this is 2v2. And Steven is still alive, so this should be really winnable. He got a correct there. He really needs to knock one now, since he has 1 in front and 1 in the back. He's flash now, and he still wins this fight. Really nice aim there, really nice 2v1. Super, super well played by Steven. So, moving on to round number 6, match point for Steven. And let's see how they play it.
Fucking heal. And we send this side, okay, from the bottom, because we are getting shit on by the Maggie every single time there.
Interesting strategy from Steven here. To triple play on the right side, for the reasons that I called in, I think, round number 3 by getting out-angled. But since everyone of the enemy team is playing on the right side, of course you can play right side too. This is a really nice fight from Steven. This allows him a lot of space. Since he got the fight there, he can use this head pitch over here, which allows him to get a really nice beam on the Bloodhound.
Play slow now, play slow.
Good call out on the Bloodhound, and this allowed the Maggie to clean up the Bloodhound, and basically they have won this game from now on.
Don't fuck it up.
At least where they're not doing anything stupid. And this is also what Steven is calling out for, just to stay together, play really safe, heal up when you need to.
60 on him.
And do everything in your power to prevent throwing this for no reason.
Heal, 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 heal. Let's push
kind of what I mean with the IGL aspect of Steven. He really likes to call out. It's probably just second nature for him. And I like this call out too. He decided to play on the left side, on the low ground. And basically what he can do here is 3v1 one guy. And the other guy, since he was playing on the supply bin, he had no angle on the whole team. And yeah, it was a smart play. Didn't totally work out, but they still get the knocker on the Pathfinder.
40 on him, 40, wait for your friend.
It's just 1 now.
He's still almost full HP. You can play slow, play slow, play slow.
Calls out for his team to keep playing together, which is nice. I don't know how the Bloodhound got knocked there. But Maggie should be able to win this.
Don't let him heal. Well played, good shot.
Nice. And they win the round and the game. Super nice played. And super, super big points. This must feel really good. It was a stressful game, but in the end it was all worth it. So, in the second game of today, he will be playing on Face Runner, and this game he will be playing with Mad Maggie, and his teammates are playing with Raid and with Rampart, which is not the best comp. Rampart can be kind of nice on the portal side, but still it's not that good of a character in such a movement-heavy meta. And the enemy team is a good comp. I would like to play this. So, round number 1. We'll play out on the offside of Face Runner, and he is playing with the blue Mozambique, and of course with that you can buy an extra battery, which is really nice, especially in the first round.
I said we got this.
Let's just see how it goes. General position is that Steven will instantly rush for the supply bin. Hopefully someone will push alone, which he does. Gets him really weak. Instantly Chen is back because the raid got knocked, so he needs to get a knock too. Otherwise it's gonna be a hard round for him. So good decision making again on Steven. He calls out Rampart to rest the raid. Which is really important, of course, since if the raid gets rest, this will be an easier round for them.
I killed the cheater.
So now the raid is rest, got a battery off, and this should be really easily winnable. I like the angle that he is taking here, really wide. And this allows him to easily pick up the last guy for the win this round. Well played. So, moving up to round number 2. It's a good first round for Steven here. And let's just see how the second round will go. It will play out the same zone as before.
Controller is literally the best input for Apex. What do you mean?
Yeah. But on Legacy's controllers.
I like Steven's positioning here. Nice Kynate too. If someone would be pushing or holding this angle here, they could be hitting for big damage. And he's just waiting basically for someone to take the match from the supply bin. And from there he could climb up or take the head glitch and get a knock that way. Basically what you have to do, you really have to search for a knock when you're solo queuing. Usually when you're too late with getting a knock, your teammates will get knocked and you lose the round. And Steven knows this all too well. Really trying to search for unexpected angles.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately Rampart goes down. Raid is also really, really weak. Get some nice damage there.
Nice.
Nice double team there. Good damage. It's a 1-1 here. If he wins this, this round is probably also won. And a nice 3v1. Well played by Steven.
100% control player. I just seen that.
So, moving on to round number 3.
Nice.
So it's 2-0 for Steven. This side will play out on the portal side. And let's see how both teams will play it. They all will be playing on the left side. It's also one of the moments where Rampart's wall can be somewhat handy. Allowing you to take some free shots on the enemies. And Steven is being the solo queue warlord and taking front position, being the most aggressive guy. And unfortunately the raid goes down. Really nice Kynate, super, super nice. This was a really important knock again. Now it's a 2v2. Get the turrets too. Basically what you want. Don't want to give him the chance to fully reset. Puts on an aggression.
Nice.
And now it's a 1v1. Unfortunately Rampart goes down, but the strongest player of his team is still alive, which is Steven himself. Some really bad positioning by the enemy there allowed Steven to get some free shots. And he keeps playing it slow. Uses his Maggie Ball, maybe he got to get a stun. That would make it super easy to win this. And he wins his fight and the game. So well played by Steven. And he gets some super nice points again for not too hard of a game for him. So that must feel really good. So these were the games from Steven. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers!